Hello aspirants, welcome to Daily Newspaper Analysis brought to you by Shankar IAS Academy. Today's date is 21/8/2024. Displayed here are the list of articles that we are about to discuss today. The article has been taken from various sources like Indian Express, The Hindu and the LiveMint. So without much delay, let's get into the topics. Before we start our today's discussion, there are two important announcements. Shankar IAS Academy is coming up with pre-storming for the Prelims 2025. It consists of 48 tests. Batch 1 starting on 6 September 2024. Admission is open now. The next announcement is the Shankar IAS Academy's All India mock test for UPSC Mains 2024. Link for both pre-storming and mains mock test has been provided in the description of today's video. Please do check it out. Look at this article. It is about the recent advertisement that has been published in the newspaper which calls for lateral entry hiring. So with this backdrop, let us see what is actually lateral entry means. So it is actually the appointment of external professionals directly to a mid-level and a senior governmental roles. Its major goal is to infuse expertise and fresh ideas to enhance governance. And its contract tenure actually expands from 3 years and extendable up to 5 years. Moving on, let us see about its origin and implementation. The initial introduction can be traced back to 2004 to 2009, supported by the second ARC report which actually published in 2005. It is also been recommended by Niti Aayog in 2017 to bridge the expertise gap in governance. Moving on, let us see the eligibility criteria. See, professionals from private sectors, state governments or PSU can apply for this post. Based on the professional achievements and subject matter expertise, the individuals will be selected. Moving forward, let us see the reservation policy with respect to lateral entry. See, it is being excluded from reservation. Lateral entry appointments do not follow the reservation scheme because each position is treated as a single post. As a result, reservation for SC, ST, OBC and EWS will not be applied, which actually being leading to criticism from these groups. Moving on, let us see the recruitment so far. Since the lateral entry recruitment process began in 2018, a total of 63 individuals has been appointed under various ministries. As of 2023, 57 of lateral entrants currently hold position in the central government. Moving forward, let us see the ARC recommendation. The first ARC recommended in 1966. It was established under the chairmanship of Morarji Desai, which focused on the professionalizing and reforming and personal management within the civil services. While it did not specifically advocate for lateral entry, it laid the groundwork for addressing the need for specialized skills in the bureaucracy. And the second ARC, which is published in 2005, recommended reforms to improve Indian administrative service efficiency, transparency, and also make it more citizen friendly. In its 10th report, the ARC emphasized the need for lateral entry into higher government position to bring in specialized knowledge and skills not always available within the traditional civil services. It also proposed recruiting professionals from public sector, private sector, and academia to create a talent pool for short-term or contractual roles. With this, we have covered the topic holistically. Let's move on to the next topic for the discussion. Look at this article taken from The Hindu. It talks about several schemes that has been launched for handloom sector. See, it is a very important part of GS paper 3 and many mains question has been asked in the previous years. So please make a note of it and also pay pinpoint attention. So why it is in news? Recently, Congress Parliamentary Party chairperson argued that the center has failed to build global audience for India's handloom sector. So with this backdrop, let us see several important aspects of this sector. Let's start with what is the importance of Indian handloom sector. With respect to economic importance, see, it is a major employment generator, especially in rural and semi-urban areas, because it has a very high demand in international markets. Then, with respect to cultural and historical importance, handloom has been a symbol of freedom struggle and Swadeshi movement, and India also has a wide variety of handloom such as Banarasi, Kanjivaram, Pashmina and others. These crafts are symbol of regional identity and pride. Nextly, it is also important for women empowerment because it provides financial independence and community pride. Moving forward, let us see what are the challenges faced by handloom sector in India. The first one is a severe competition faced from powerloom sections. See, powerloom can produce in mass scale at low cost. Therefore, powerloom products can flood the market, which actually hinders the profitability of handloom sector industries. Next one is access to raw materials. Rising price of silk and dye has been a major problem for a long period of time now. Third one is the low wage. The handloom weavers can earn only low income and it is not enough for their effort and weavers are also facing debt trap. And fourth one is aging population, and also being reflected in the lack of interest among the youth. And lastly, there's a trend of changing fashion, which actually impacts the consumer preferences. Moving forward, let us see what are the government initiative for handloom sector in India. First one is Handloom Weavers Comprehensive Welfare Schemes, which provides life and accidental and disability insurance coverage to handloom weavers and workers under the components of Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. Second one is Comprehensive Handloom Cluster Development Scheme. See, it is a development of mega handloom clusters covering at least 15,000 to 25,000 handlooms and financial assistance as Government of India share from rupees 40 to rupees 70 crore in a period of 5 years. The third one is yarn supply scheme. See, it is implemented throughout the country to make availability of all types of yarn at mill gate price. See, mill gate price means the price at which yarn is produced from registered license holders. The last one is registration in the government market portal. Moving on, let us see what are the recent developments. See, the government has taken several steps for the development and the welfare of handloom sector in specific. The Ministry of Textile is implementing National Handloom Development Program and Raw Material Supply Scheme across the country. And also know that under Weavers Mudra Loan Concessional Credit Scheme, marginal money assistance for individual weavers and handloom organization is also being provided. Under the Raw Material Supply Scheme, the Ministry provides transport subsidy for transportation of yarn to the doorstep of the beneficiary and a 50% price subsidy on the cotton, hunk yarn, domestic silk, woolen and license yarn and blended yarn for natural fibers. So with this, we have covered holistically about the handloom sector in India. So with this understanding, let us move on to our next topic for the discussion. Look at this article. Here, we are going to see about the recent dam collapse at Teesta River. So let's get into the discussion straight away. First, let's start with the importance of dam safety. See, dams are the major source of water management, irrigation purpose and also for hydroelectric purposes. And it also ensures flood control and provide water supply. The consequences of dam failure include loss of life and property, and more importantly, it leads to environmental degradation and economic disruption. And finally, the major problem of dam safety is aging infrastructure, which actually increase the risk of dam breaching and flooding. Moving further, let us see the various causes for dam collapse. The first one is structural failures. Poor design, construction defects and substandard materials often leads to dam breaches. The next one is overtopping. See, excessive flow of water, inadequate spillway capacity will always lead to this. Next one is foundational failures, mainly because of seepage and soil erosion. The next one is seismic activity. Then there will be operational failures, which is due to inadequate maintenance, procedure and human error. And finally, as we have seen in the start, aging infrastructure, which leads to wear and tear, and finally breach of dams. Moving forward, let us see the consequences of dam collapses. It leads to loss of life by flash flood or drowning, and also property damage because of destruction of homes, business infrastructure and agricultural lands. Next, the environmental degradation happens through habitual destruction, water quality degradation, economic impact caused by loss of property, rebuilding cost, economic disruption, and finally the social impact caused by mental trauma, displacement and livelihood loss. Moving forward, let us see what are the safety regulation standards present in India. The first one is the Dam Safety Act. It provides for national and state level committees on dam safety, which causes and which provides regular inspection, monitoring and maintenance. Nextly, Bureau of Indian Standards, shortly known as BIS. It provides technical standards for the dam design, construction and also for maintenance. Moving on, let us see challenges in dam safety today. First one is aging infrastructure. In India, there are many dams that are aged more than 100 years. Next one is lack of funding, insufficient funds for maintenance, upgrades and monitoring. Nextly, the regular oversight, inadequate enforcement of safety standards often leading to regulatory negligence. Next one, the climate change, which often leads to increased frequency of extreme weather events, which increases the pressure on dams. Nextly, the shortage of skilled engineers, often leading to technical glitches. And finally, the increased risk due to downstream population because of increased population growth and urbanization. Moving on, let us see the disaster preparedness and responses. There is a need for early warning system. Regular drills and training needs to be imparted to the skilled persons to act swiftly in the times of need. Nextly, emergency action plans, which has to be customized to the local needs and the emergency situations. And then post-disaster recovery, which also should be focusing on mental trauma and rebuilding efforts. And finally, there has to be a public awareness campaign to ensure that people are educated on dam risk and emergency procedures. So with this, we have covered about this topic holistically. And we have come to the end of our first section of our discussion. Moving on, let us see some prelims practice questions. Look at this question. Consider the following statements regarding Weavers Mudra Scheme. Under the Weavers Mudra Scheme, credit at concessional interest rate of 6% is provided to the handloom weavers. Credit guarantee for a period of 5 years is also provided. Which of the statements above is or correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Moving on, let us see the next question. Which of the following statements about the lateral entry scheme in Indian civil services are correct? See, lateral entry allows appointment of professionals from outside the government to mid-level and senior position as on permanent basis. Option B. The lateral entry scheme was first recommended by the first Administrative Reforms Commission in 1966. Statement C. Lateral entrants are typically appointed on contract basis for a period of 3 years, which can be extended to a maximum of 5 years. The lateral entry scheme includes reservation system for SC, ST, OBC and EWS candidates. So the correct answer will be option C. The lateral entrants are typically appointed on contract basis for a period of 3 years, which can be extended to a maximum of 5 years. And option B is wrong because first ARC didn't explicitly called for lateral entrance but actually laid the platform for lateral entrance. Moving on, let us see the next question. Which of the following statement is not correct with regard to Dam Safety Bill of 2021? This bill sought to mandate only the central government to establish a mechanism for dam safety. This bill was initiated in the parliament after the request from the states under the Article 252 Part 1. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. And the correct answer will be 1 only. With this, we have come to the end of prelims practice questions. That's all for today's video. If you like this video, please hit like, comment and share and also subscribe to Shankar IAS Academy YouTube channel. Thank you.